Alright. It's Quagmire. Here on No Man's Land. Second video in this series that I'll be doing of new farmer mode. Working my way up from scratch. As I said before, I had already made some progress before starting my video series. So, just joining in here, so let's get this going. We're going to need a lot of this for what we're about to do. I'll get that on, and we'll get this. I never really noticed the effect of the steam, so it is actually a steaming pile of manure. Until I started using the conveyor belt. When I used to pick it up with the front end loader, I never actually noticed that it was steaming. So, look at that. Steaming manure. We are going to need a lot of it. Cows, get to work, because that's what we're about to do. In my first video, as I did, I showed you guys a little tip on how I paint in fields and some tips on how to use the grid system in the map with the landscaping tools, and today I'll be showing you how to use that same tool to place buildings, and I'm going to add some more passive income to the map. So the extension here, as you can see, I brought that field down and we painted in this field and cut that in. I also brought this corner up, painted that corner in, and yeah, I think that's going to give us a nice little entrance, especially if I do something on, say, this side. And then maybe add like a gate, make it look nice. Again, thinking of adding my town or my residential area here and having, say, commercial running down the main strip heading towards the dealership. But we'll worry about that later, because I had a lot of money and I spent it on land, I spent it on the cow farm, and now I'm about to spend a lot of money on this. In fact, I think I should take out a loan. I've kind of done the calculation in my head about how much money I'm going to need for this. So let's park this out of the way, because, you know, I have a habit of putting things right where I'm working. So let's grab some money from the bank. I figure we're going to need about $350. Am I paying? Oh, I'm repaying. Wow, how embarrassing is that? I just gave them my money when I need to take money. Yeah, so back to this. I'm going to need about $350. Let's take the loan of $350. That's what I want to do. Okay, so back out of that. We're going to quick jump into landscape. I want to, let's see, what is the best color for you guys to see what I'm doing. Help me out as well. It's probably going to be, let's see, how's that look? A little harder than I thought. We'll just, we'll do it this way. Again, as you can see, for people who don't play this game and or have never used any type of video game, played a video game I should say, and used a landscaping tool like a Roller Coaster Tycoon where you can create your own landscape. I did not do that over there. That is the map, although I did put my beehive up there, and I recently added to the beehive, so I put a couple more trails over there, some more wildflowers, keep them bees busy. Keep them buzzing, because they are making me good money as well. Passive income. So, first step is I'm going to go with greenhouse. I'm going to put tomatoes in. Alien Jim does offer a large amount of mods in his map. All these AJ Tech is all Alien Jim mods that come with the map, so you don't need to download a bunch. I do like his greenhouse. It does cost less. It takes one less spot, one less storage, but I kind of like my modded versions. I prefer the wood frame on this mod. It is going to generate $60 an hour, so yes, Alien Gyms. In the long run, I think it's going to make me more money. It does cost $10 a day in maintenance to keep it going, so we're going to spin this around, because we're going to have, yeah, I want everything facing in. Okay. I want to be as close to this tree as possible. again, using the grid, if you see the line in the grass right to the corner of the building, I know my building is straight because it is right on that line. Also, if I come around to this corner here, I can kind of line it up. If I want to get really technical, I can put the corner of the manure drop-off on that dot right there, and then I have the corner of the building on that dot right there, which tells me I am definitely in good shape. So I will drop my building in there. Got a nice trees right there, keeps it open, and I want to drop in two, but what do? You stick it there, and then it kind of looks, how does that look? We want to center this, right? We want to be center from the road, so what we want to do is we want to count our boxes. I've already pre-counted so to save time. We need to be, it's an odd number, so we're going to come off of here about 6.5. And I'm counting that first grass line on the road is a half, so if we put that guy right about here, nope, it's got to come this way. Yeah, that's if you count the dirt line. Don't count the first half of line there. We are about we got about 6 boxes between the road and the greenhouse, and then 6 boxes between the greenhouse and the other greenhouse. Now we just have to make sure we're on the same line, which we are. Actually, we're not. We are too far forward. We are straight. That's a good. That is nice. Everything's lined up using our roofs. Again, we can zoom in a little bit if we want to make sure. It is not straight. You can see that just a little bit there. Now we bring this in, get those two pulled out, and now it looks like we are straight. So as long as I didn't happy tap my button, which I think I might have. Yeah, we're good. I thought I might have happy tapped a little bit and dropped the building in without checking my spacing. I do spend a lot of time checking my spacings because I want my buildings to come out good. So now we're going to add in some lettuce on this side. We need to rotate these around. I can't really decide if I wanted them facing in or not. Actually, you know what? That would make... It didn't work before, but it'll work now because I'm going to make it work is what I'm going to do. Also, we want to line these up. We can do two things. We can just line it up and pull it back and hope that we stay straight. Or we can just count off of this line here. And line the building up off of this line. We know that right there. So as long as we stay, we just line it right up here on that dirt line there. We already know we're lined up to it. And I want to come back as far without taking away my path. And I'm going to have trails all cut in. So we'll do this, we'll get this done. It looks like we're lined up. The manure, the water tank, everything is on that line. You can see that darker green circle-ish line that runs right down. Actually, we'll move this over a little bit. I think we're good right there. I like it. I'm going to clean that up real quick because I don't like that. I'm going to have to adjust my path, but we can worry about it later, but I just want to do this now just as a quick tip when you do something like this. Now, in some buildings it might put the grass inside, but in this building I don't believe it will, so I want to have my path back, but I also want to be able to do that, so and we can just do a quick adjustment here. We don't really need to, but if we hit it right here, bam, we get our path back. We really didn't do any damage to our map. We'll fill in the rest later because we're worried about placing buildings, not painting, although I probably will paint as I go along here, and then you'll have a full idea of where I'm going with this. The fruit trees are going in right after I drop these in. Again, our lettuce is going to be bringing us in we will be bringing in, again, $60 an hour, costing us $10 a day. How close are we to this one? It'll make it really easy. So we are one off the, we're basically lined up with that brown line as well. So once you get that first one, it saves time to knock get the second one in. You're lined up, not really, maybe. Close, good. We're good, excellent, pop. We're in. So, greenhouse is in. We are starting to take shape in what is going to be our orchard. We are going to put fruit trees in, but first, another major piece of equipment that is going to bring us in a large amount of money, as well as being very eye-pleasing. So, and it is part of the map. It comes with the map. So, and here it is. We are going to go with the windmill. I already have the water mill, and this windmill here will bring us in, because I am on normal economy at the bottom, income per hour. 1,000 is if you are on easy economy, 500 normal, 250, I'm sorry, I'm backwards there. Yeah, I believe, no, hard is 250, easy is 1,000. I'm on normal for 500, so I'm getting 500 an hour by placing this. It will cost me $22 a day to maintain. As I said, I have my water mill over there, which, as you can see, I painted water around it, make it look like it has a little bit of a leak issue. The wind is blowing in this direction, so we'll keep that lined up. Not that anyone would ever notice anything that small in a video game, but you never know. This is YouTube, and people are always looking for the littlest thing to comment on. So, we are going to try to center this guy as much as we can, which we can do this because we do have a count. We have our squares. So if we go between our building, it's going to be a lot of squares. Coming off the manure, we got 1, 2, 3. If we call it 36, and this takes up 4, dead center. Excuse me. Just need to clear my throat there, and didn't want you guys to hear that. Alright, so. So 18 is our dead center. So 18 would be dead center. Get in between the two buildings here. Going to be lined up that way as well. And I think we have something that's going to look rather nice when we're done with it. So, popping that in, and now we are making money just by the wind blowing, so that's good. Again, these greenhouses, they are going to generate us money, but they're not going to generate us money until the cows give us some of that heaping, steaming manure that we saw earlier. We need lots of manure to put on, fill the greenhouses with, and we are also going to need that to put on the apple trees and the orange trees. So, I was really thinking how I wanted to do this. Could be interesting. It could definitely be interesting. We did something like that, and then V-shaped them, maybe? So many ideas. I was thinking about putting fencing up too, so we are going to paint that in, so ignore what you're looking at. That is all going to be taken care of. Let's see. I think what I would like to do is we need to, let's get an accurate count. So it's 1, 2, 3. See, windmill got in my way because of the camera. I really don't know. I had a vision, but now I see something that I want to try, and I hate to try it and cut this video off if I don't like it to start all over again. So we're going to go with the original plan. And we know we're going to go in the corner. I want to turn these, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think inward a little bit. Let's get close to the building. Let's get as close to the building as we can without touching it. Let's do our... Okay, so we're going to start on this corner right here, I think. I got a lot of things going on in my head on what I wanted to do, and now they're all jumping around in different ways. So I'm going to just go back to what the original plan was. I'm going to pop one in this corner. I'm going to pop one in this corner, and it doesn't seem like it's going to let me pop one in that corner. And there lies the problem. I went too close, and what I should do is find out how close to this building I can get. Let's come off of that first. And then we will we'll work off it from there. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to get rid of one of our beautiful trees already. So, we've made our first costly error, but since we borrowed the money, we'll I think we'll live with it. What's that one there? Yes, get rid of that one there, thank you. See, this is why I like doing, when I do my custom maps, it doesn't matter how much money I spend, because I have all the money in the world. It doesn't matter what we do. Okay, go back to that, and so now we know we want to be here, coming down, go right there. We already know where our line is, so it's just a matter of now our spacing this way and making sure, without even counting them out, I'm just kind of making sure they look spaced enough apart so it looks decent. And I think that right there looks, that's going to look good right there, I think, folks. Yeah, when the apples are on that and they're all lit up nice and red, and then the orange is on this side, you can get the oranges, it's going to look really nice. Okay, so we're going to come back, we're going to finish this off. Let's come out here, let's come off. We already know we can't do anything until there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. How many are we to this point here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. But we can't come off until 4, so 6. That's 3 and 3, right? I like it. So now we're already starting to get our orchard together. When I make some more money down the road, because I can go up to 500,000. I just don't know if I want to be into the more. I don't know if I want to get into the bank for that kind of money. Just not what I'm looking to do this early on in my. But then again, this little orchard here is going to pay for itself in the long run. I should end up making really good money. That is coming out nice. Once this is painted in. We're going to continue here. We're going to jump into our orange trees. So now that I've planted this tree off, 3 off of there, I can come into this side, and I can do the same thing. I can go 3 off of this way. 1, 2, 3. That was on the fourth one I planted it on, right? Yeah. I didn't go 3 off. I went actually on the 4th box, actually. So it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, I went 5 off. I went too far off. Okay, so we'll just do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll drop it right about here. And, oh, it's lined up. It's just that I turned that trunk in the other way, so that's why we're looking a little goofy there. But now we'll line up here. I can't wait to paint this in. I'm really starting to get kind of excited on how this is coming out. When you get near the end of a project and it's starting to look good, I just hope the cows are over there working away, getting that manure going. Once they obviously animals in this game do reproduce, so I only put a few cows in there, and so far I think I've already gotten 3 free ones, so I'm looking forward to adding more, and once that thing is up to the 300 cows it holds, it will be plopping. I will be having manure to fill these trees up non-stop. It'll be easy. In the early beginning here, I might actually, if I finish this in a short enough amount of time, I stop goofing off and talking and just start dropping trees down where they belong, because I know where I want them already, right? Moving these trunks around a little bit, and we'll call that straight. So, how far are those off? So let's have a good amount of space. A little harder to see the boxes when you're up close. Okay. Gotta leave enough room for the tractor to get through. So I think I'm just gonna plop it in. Things aren't always perfect in life, so I don't have to be perfectly centered. And plus I want to move this video along. I want to get the painting in, and I want to at least buy some manure, and at least get some of the trees lit up for you, and get the greenhouses lit up for you, and you'll see how nice it is to have passive income just dropping in your lap. It is a good thing. Okay, so we're done with our trees. Pop out, we're going to get into our paint. I'm going to get this all to grass, and then we'll take it from there. We know what kind of pathways we want to do, so get this grassed up. Again, this is costing me money, as you can see. Construction costs are there. In my first video, I used the paint technique to paint in my field over there. Not paint in the whole field, just paint in the outline, to stencil it in, basically, and then use that stencil to drive around with my plow and cut it in nice and perfectly. So, we are all grassed up. With that said, we'll start over here with our path. I really wanted to flatten that down, but it doesn't seem like it's going to let me. It does not want to let me flatten that down. I don't know why. Oh, it'll let me do that too. Okay, at least take this lip off and see the ground lifting up a little bit. Now I'm using the smooth, so what I'm doing is leveling. It's flattening off. It's trying to grab the lowest point or the highest point, depending which way I'm trying to go. If you use if you use smooth, it's going to try to bring it down to the lowest point, I believe, and if you use flatten, it's going to bring it up. Well, it goes either way there. That's how I cut into mountains and things like that, but we'll be doing videos on that later. So we're going to have our path here. That is our manure drop off, our water drop off. I missed a little piece there. It's still missing. What I was thinking about doing here was again, if I didn't have that camera disable tool, those trees would be kicking me all over the place, making this very difficult, getting in close to things like this. Camera collision is definitely a nice tool to have. So we are going to I haven't can't decide if I want to put some fencing around this. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a tractor path. Make sure the tractor can get through. I have a little bit of a floaty controller, so sometimes it can be a pain. The tractor will go around the building like this. Actually, the tractor will go either way. If I add horses, this will be a nice place to ride the horses. So, got our access to our front door. We'll bring this guy around here like so. And I think we're starting to get something coming together here. So, now I'll pull this right down the middle. And we can have our tractor meet up. I hate to have it meet up with my path there. Oh, I don't even need to, that's why I did this. And this can kind of wrap around. Oops, I don't want to go that big. Take it right to our water. We can actually do that. So before we'll get this grass going here, and I think at this point I might call this one complete, because I am going to cut this one off, leave some space for another one. Next time I come in, I'll add some lighting, things like that. Maybe I'll add that fencing I'm thinking about doing. But as you can see, we now have ourselves a fairly nice little passive income area. I can work on some things here. Little details that I will work on to clean this up, but we have our front door cleaned out, we have our path to that. We are good here, and I will complete this path off by doing this. So we have our tractor pulls in, or if it comes from the fertilizer side, see a little quick fix there. Get small, boom, boom. Just follow that line. Watch the edge of the circle for, I'm going to fill this in because I like the appearance of the grass growing. If you use a smooth tool, sometimes the grass doesn't grow back. Also, I'm not going to leave these trees like this. I'm going to, I was going to do this earlier. Okay, you know what? I do want to do something, so I'm going to stay on for a little bit more. There's a little water. I'm going to make it look like these trees are constantly being watered. They are going to be covered with some of the steaming hot manure, so yeah, you're not gonna notice it. So we got this. We got that. This way it looks like I've always just watered them. Maybe the tree huggers out there won't get mad at me saying that I neglect my trees. I can say they got plenty of water. We're gonna make this more of a grass area. We gotta extend that out. I think I want to make more of a grass. That was a little closer than I was liking, so let's take that to there. Fill that corner in. Alright folks, well, there's my passive income area. This is Quagmire with tips on how to generate more money and tips on how to make your farm. Again, to me, I like it. I can do more, I can do better, but I'm enjoying this. I hope you guys are as well. There will be future videos on my tips on how I do things like that. I think you guys are getting the idea on how to use the grid on the field there. That does come out nice. I think I will add some fencing to that, and when I make some more money, because I am getting broke, but I do have this. Let's report in on this field. Prior to the extension, this field, the yield off of this with soybeans, we'll just go off of the harvester. The harvester holds 8,600 liters. I used to get 1 1/4. I'd fill it once, empty it, and then maybe get about 1/4 before I would move over to this field here. And happy to say that it is now full for the second time. So it looks like I might get 2 1/4, or a little over 2. So the extension is definitely going to yield us a nice profit, and I am liking that. I am liking that from the distance. I can't wait to get the manure and the water on there, get those greenhouses filled with it, and when they're all lit up, when you have the lettuce in there and they're all nice and green, tomatoes are all beautiful red, with the apples will be red, the oranges will be orange, of course, obviously, and it wouldn't be an orange if it wasn't orange. So the bees are in. I might run some more bees through here, but I kind of, sometimes I like to leave the weeds in there. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying the way that came out, and I hope you guys did as well. If you did, like, subscribe. There will be future videos doing similar tasks and projects just like this one. Peace out. Take care. Wear your mask. Don't be stupid.